Welcome to another edition of Sports Overtime. I am your host, Nader Murphic. And man, we are in the mix right now. Big shout out to everybody that's tuning in right now. I gotta introduce my co-hosts. First off, this dude always gives his opinion, and he don't care what y'all got to say. Whether you agree or you disagree, he always gonna get his point across. So I want to introduce my homie Teddy G. Teddy G, what is up?
Whoa, what's happening? It's me, Teddy G, representing for the G Code. Good to see you, my boy.
Same here. And then we got the ultimate Saints fan in the mix, man. This guy, you can always catch him if you're watching the game on TV. He's always with his boxing gloves and the afro, and he's doing this thing. Mr. Soul Saint, what is good?
What's happening? What's up?
Soul?
Equals Super Bowl.
You ain't saying it. You ain't saying it with too much enthusiasm, man.
Got too much fervor. He ain't got too much fervor this week. We love you, bro. We love you, dog.
I bleed black and gold, but I need a blood transfusion. I done lost a lot of blood. I done lost a lot of black and gold blood this week. It cut me deep.
You need a blood transfusion, huh?
It cut me deep.
Oh man, they cut us all deep. Trust me. But before we get started, man, I just want to give a big shout out to Element, man. Element Beverage Company sponsors Sports Overtime, so make sure y'all go support Element at your local Rouse's. I'm telling you, man, this lemonade. Listen, man, it's just off the chain. And I just want to say this too. So we was giving out Element last week to the homeless people. And man, they was going crazy, bro. They was like, "This the best shit I ever tasted in my life." I was like, bro, that's that Element, bro. That's that Element. So big shout out to Element for sponsoring and obviously giving us cases last week, man. We really appreciate y'all. So
you're gonna have people you're gonna have them on the corner trying to get change to buy Element instead of that alcohol.
Right. They was like that Kings with that Element. Oh my God. They was happy. Listen, man, if I could put a smile on somebody's face, that's all that matters.
Hey, man, I just heard the doorbell ring. They got somebody waiting at the door.
Who we got waiting?
Who he is.
Let's see what we got.
What's up, April?
Man, we got a special guest later on. We got Mike coming on, man. He definitely gives his opinion on Saints topics. He don't hold nothing back. So, man, y'all stay
waiting backstage.
Yeah, for sure. Man, so look, let's jump right into it, man. Listen, the last couple of days have been nuts. Obviously, Odell Beckham has been released by the Cleveland Browns. And a lot of people were saying, hey, let's wait and see what he does. Let's see if he can, if anybody claims him. If anybody doesn't claim him, then he's a free agent. He can sign with anybody. And that's basically what happened. He had a $7.4 million on over his head. And a lot of teams were like, nah, we're not taking that chance with, 7 games left in the season, 8 games left in the season. It's just not worth it. So he passed it. He passed the waiver wire. He is a free agent. And a lot of reports have been coming out, man, that are saying that, a lot of teams are going after him. Obviously, the Saints are definitely pursuing him. They have reached out to him. Sean Payton has reached out to him. He has given him a pitch on why he should come to New Orleans. And not only that, he has given him a pitch on not just this year, but teaming up next year with Mike Thomas and then working it out. So we'll see what happens with that.
But look, let's bring my boy on. I heard he got some news.
All right. Yeah, let's bring Mike on.
Somebody needs to turn down that background noise.
Bring Mike on, man. Let's go.
Mike, where you at?
Greetings and salutations about who that and who that fella. What's happening?
What's up? What's up?
Mike?
Oh, what's good?
Chilling, bro. Listen, we're just talking about this Odell Beckham situation. And you got the background.
You have to turn. Somebody has to turn that background volume down. You get the echo.
I do. Where they come from?
Yeah, but I just want to make sure everybody knows. Is that Teddy?
Let me see. All right, say something.
All right, so yeah, so basically, man, we've
Yeah,
been talking
Teddy.
about that.
And then muted his ass and you don't hear no more.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Put the shit, Teddy.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
We knew he was the victim. But anyway, Mike, we just was talking about the whole Odell Beckham situation. Obviously, he's a free agent. And so can you mute that, please, until I finish?
All right. Go ahead.
All right. So basically, he's a free agent now. He can sign with anybody. And so the teams that are going after him are obviously the Saints. Obviously, you know, a lot of people have saying the Packers name out there. They threw the Packers out there.
Right.
You got it was the 49ers, but they're obviously out the picture. And then you got the Patriots. Okay.
Right.
So when you look at this whole situation, man, you know, I was tweeting about it. I know you got some information, Mike. I know I got some information from my plug. You got some information from your plug. But
Okay.
I want you to talk about your information first, and then I'll come behind you.
Former teammate of OBJ's father on the track team, his name is Darren. He called Odell Beckham's father, which he lives in Los Angeles. And he say like, man, the news. He's a big Saints fan too, and he was like, man, it's bothering me, man. What OBJ, what Junior thinking? Well, he called him Junior. He said, what Junior thinking, man? Like, what's going on? He said, but at the present time, he was like, OBJ Senior was saying like, well, look, right now I'm in a meeting. You know, I got some things I'm doing. I'll get back with you, but who that?
Okay.
And he left.
Okay.
And Darren told me that. I said, so I'm like, what the hell that mean? Like what that mean? Like, why did he end the conversation with that? Because that's interesting.
I just unmuted Teddy and he's still getting that echo, Teddy. You got that echo bad.
Let me check the
Your volume.
let me check that down.
So basically he's hinting
Echo cancellation.
Go ahead again, Nader. I didn't hear you.
What's up, MJ?
I was saying, so basically he's hinting to the Saints.
It's the Saints got a big legitimate shot, big change.
Right.
But
yep, go ahead.
it's also something where me and you and Soul basically talked about earlier that maybe he's just not looking for like a speed rush thing, you know, through through the midseason. Maybe he's looking at something, you know, I won't say long term like 5-6 years, but maybe 2-3 years. You know what I'm saying? That he probably want to commit more than just half year. Maybe want to commit long term and want to see what the future plans are.
Well, and I think that's actually correct, because when my source actually hit me up, he was like, you know, he hit me up today, and he was like, man, the Packers offered him the minimum, and he took that as like a slap in the face. That's
a slap in the face. Yeah.
Yeah. He basically told me that. He said, look, man, I just got off of FaceTime with him. He was actually playing Call of Duty, and he wasn't even tripping. He's like everybody's on Twitter going crazy and stuff like that. I just got off the phone with him on FaceTime. He's playing Call of Duty. He's chilling. He's not gonna make a rash decision. He's gonna take his time, and that's actually what happened before we came on. You know, Ian Rappaport of NFL Network came out and said that he is going to take a few days to make his decision, which was already told to me earlier in the day by my source. But the thing about it, when you look at it, if he saw the Packers situation, right? Don't get me wrong. The Packers situation is not a bad situation. They do have Aaron Rodgers.
That's really
they
the
do
best.
have Devontae Adams. They do, you know.
I personally think that's the best.
Me too.
He would be the second. He would be the second receiver there. They do have Aaron Jones. The defense has been coming on good for the Packers these last 3 or 4 weeks. But the thing is, when you offer him the minimum to come to your team, that again is just a slap in the face. So from his perspective, what does he want? Does he want a team that he's gonna make money? Like is it about money? Because he's made over $60 million with Cleveland, right? But is it? I mean, in his career, he's made over $60 million. But is it?
Yeah, Nader.
or is it the team? That's what we need to know.
Nader, I personally think Green Bay is the best solution from a short-term situation.
Right.
Because you do know Aaron Rodgers, this is his last year. And we all seen what Jordan Love can do last week. We all saw that happen.
Yep.
We seen that.
Yeah.
And they say the Patriots was in that mix too.
We saw it.
Yeah, he was shit water. Patriots, I don't know about that situation either. You know what I'm saying? I don't think the offense fits his scheme. You know what I'm saying? They don't believe in throwing the ball downfield. They believe in basically like short level West Coast style offense where they deacon and dunking you to death and really not taking no chances. I don't know because their receiving core is like ours, but Seattle, that's another situation. But they have questions and concerns about what's going to happen with their quarterback. You know, they don't know if he's going to be there.
Let me say this. We all know we have there's better short-term situations than the Saints. But
yes,
we're trying to hang on to what we got. And what we have is that Odell is from here. He played at LSU. His dad is a big Saints fan. You know, so I mean, him and his dad are real tight.
And his mama.
He know he'll be number one if he come here. You know, I mean, we know Michael Thomas is here and everything, so there'll be 1A, 1B. You know, I feel it won't. You know, so both of them will be really number one receivers. You know, and we just hope that him just want to end his career at home, and we hope that Peyton them can tell him and make him feel like, hey, look. After this season, we're not just renting you. We want you for the long term. You know, that's the only hope we got.
Teddy, what you got?
I don't really have much to say about it. All I'm gonna say is, if he goes to Green Bay, it'll probably be for the farewell tour of Aaron Rodgers, and I think at the beginning of next calendar year, he'll be right back on the market for the big money. So if he's just gonna go and rock with Aaron Rodgers and Devontae, you know, in Green Bay to go to the playoffs, because the records are already out. But let's keep it 100. The Saints wiped the floor with the Green Bay Packers. Mm-hmm. So if Odell Beckham Jr., his father is a Saints fan, like Soul say, there's still a chance that Odell will choose to come home.
Right. And you make a good point because you make a good point because if you think about it, y'all, the Saints beat the Patriots, the Saints beat the Seahawks, and the Saints beat the Packers. They beat all three of those teams this year. So obviously that doesn't matter now, but it just shows that this team has that core of talent that could get it done. Now, obviously, we know Jameis Winston's hurt, and we did all of that with Jameis Winston. But at the same time, when you look at it from a wide receiver mentality is he wants to get the ball. He wants the ball thrown to him. He can get the ball thrown to him in New Orleans because, as you guys saw this past weekend against Atlanta, none of our wide receivers can catch the damn ball. They can't even catch COVID if they wanted to. Seriously. Like, so if he wants targets and you need a play and you want a play caller and a guy that's going to create a game plan specifically to get you the ball, that is a coach like Sean Payton. Sean Payton is going to do that. He's going to get him the ball. And again, that was his pitch yesterday to him. Like, listen, we know you from New Orleans. We know you played at LSU. We understand all of that. We know this is your hometown. But the main thing that we want to do is we want to bring you back to the city, not because it's your hometown, but we want to give you targets. We want to feed you the ball, and that's a huge selling point. When you look at the Packers got to spread it around. They got to go to Devontae Adams, Aaron Jones. They got all these other players, on the team. You got, New England. Yeah, their wide receiving core is a little shaky, just like ours. But you got a rookie quarterback over there. They're 5-4. They're doing some things, but they're in the AFC. Does he really?
Well, let me say this, because I totally agree. But I can tell you this: if Jameis Winston wasn't injured, Odell Beckham Jr., the decision would be so much easier for him. Yeah. Because when you take a look at, he say, who gonna throw me the ball? Somebody named Trevor or somebody named Taysom? I don't know them. I know Aaron Rodgers, right? So when you're talking about what the Saints are going through right now, like he would definitely have to be doing the Saints a solid, right? That's why I would have preferred the Saints being able to trade for him before the trade deadline was up and doing whatever they had to do to get him to sign on the line then. Because now he has to actually choose Trevor Siemian.
Well, let me say this about Trevor Siemian. You know, since we're on topic with Trevor Siemian, listen, I don't think Trevor Siemian did bad last week. I just feel as though the wide receivers didn't, you know, get him out of a lot of holes that they should have gotten him out of.
7 drops.
Yeah, he had 7 drops.
7 drops.
Had 7
you
drops.
Catch those 7 balls. Trevor had a fantastic day.
Yeah, he had a good day. So it's like, you know, it's just like he got put in an awkward situation. You know, it is kind of a difficult situation. But at the same time, again, the wide receivers didn't help him out. That's why you go back to the drawing board and you go back to your sales pitch with him and you say, look, our wide receivers had 7 drops last week. If we would have had those 7 passes, if we would have threw those 7 passes to Odell Beckham and you would have caught them, then we would have won the game against Atlanta and we'd be sitting at top of the NFC South right now. It's different.
Indeed.
It's different.
You know what? Let me say this. You know, we talk about, we know that passing is Sean Payton's weakness. You know, no matter how much, even when he don't have receivers and he's gaining 5 yards a carry on the rush, this dude still will drop back and want to pass. Yep. That's just, he just love passing.
He's stuck in his ways. That's his weakness. He's stuck in his ways.
Right. He's stuck in his ways when it comes to pass, even if he ain't got no receiver. Listen, you know what I'm saying? And that's what they're going down.
Bro, they ran 22 in the beginning of the games.
You got 2 horses in the backfield, bro.
Bro, you was at that game. In the beginning of the game, they was gashing the Falcons. They was getting 5 yards, 4 yards, 6 yards.
It was.
They had 22 carries for 93 yards.
Right.
And they stopped running the ball for some reason.
You gotta win ugly. He don't like to win ugly. I'm gonna pound it down your damn throat, smash mouth. You can't stop it. I'm gonna keep doing it.
But his ass will lose ugly though.
Oh yeah, he will do that. He will do that.
It is true. It's true.
Yeah, he will do that.
So let me ask y'all this, since we got y'all on and a lot of people are tuning in right now. Based on
Ron Sherbert.
Based on everything, Mike, what do you think is gonna happen with this Odell Beckham situation when it's all said and done?
I personally think he's not looking for something short term. I think the Saints got a shot. I'm praying the Saints get it. But if not, I say if he don't like what he hear, more than likely I say the Falcons. Because he do want to win. The man do want to win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because the last thing I heard was it was between Saints and the Chiefs. Obviously, we know the Chiefs got that. They got Mahomes, they got Tyreek Hill, they got Kelsey. You know, they got some weapons over there, and obviously that's a draw. But again, the Chiefs haven't been the same team that they've been these last couple of years when they've gone to the Super Bowl. Even though they still got a good record, they're 5-4 right now. But when you look at
defense stinks.
Their defense sucks. The Saints defense is way better than the Chiefs defense.
Way better.
When you're looking at the whole football aspect of it. So I just feel as though everything is lining up for him to be a Saint. It just, again, man, he just has to make that decision. We can't make that decision for him, but we do know that the Saints have reached out to him. They have pitched him very, very hard, and they really want him on this team. Because the Saints don't look at it from a perspective where it's like, all right, Jameis Winston is out, let's just tank. They're not going to do that. They're going to try to win games and continue this, this good record until the playoffs, if they can make the playoffs. So even worst case scenario, he comes here, right? He comes here, and then next year, whether they go out and get a Russell Wilson or Aaron Rodgers or whoever, or they sign Jameis back, regardless of those 3 quarterbacks, whether it's Jameis, Russell, or Aaron Rodgers, if you can pair him up with one of those quarterbacks, Mike Thomas, Kamara, that offensive line, I mean, there's a lot for him to be persuaded to sign a long-term deal here than to be in Kansas City or to be in Green Bay or to be with New England.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's all it comes down to is longevity for me in the long term.
Absolutely.
I think it's good news I think it's good news that he's taking time. I think he's taking the time to make a decision, and I think that is better for the home team where he's actually from.
Right.
If he'd have just went quick and said, "All right, I'm going to Green Bay."
Right.
I agree.
The longer he takes, somebody might make that boy. Somebody might make that boy a pot of gumbo.
I honestly agree with that. I agree with that a lot.
And I agree with that. I like what Mike said, the way his daddy, he said, I'm in a meeting right now, but who that? So I think we're the front runners.
I think the Saints are the front runners.
Here, bro, but they got to make it sweet for him. They got to make it sweet for him to come here.
But before he cleared waivers, the media had it and everybody had it. They said Seahawks was the front runner. He want to be a Seahawk. They had the front runner. Well, when the opportunity came, when the Seahawks had the number 9 spot in the waiver wire, they didn't jump on it. They didn't do it. And they got the money. And got the money.
You know what else?
They had the money.
Yeah, they got the money and didn't do it.
And you know what else? OBJ should say to himself, let me be loyal to my Saints, because they was the only team. The only team that tried to trade.
They only tried to get a trade for him. That's true. They the only team that tried to make a trade for him.
That's true.
They say the only problem was why that trade didn't go through, because there's a lot of people asking, well, why it didn't go through? It was about the money. Saints did not have that money to cover that $7.4 million. They didn't have it, and they was trying to talk to Cleveland and say, well, we'll offer you extra picks just for you to take that, Pap. And they was like, no, we're not going to do it. And your ass still end up got to pay it.
Well,
you still got to pay it.
Well, Mike, they tried to do the same thing with the whole Clowney situation, because they was trying to get Clowney. And then what they was trying to do, they reached out to Cleveland, and they were trying to get Cleveland to sign Clowney. And Clowney wanted $15 million. The Saints were offering him a 1-year, $10 million deal. And so what the Saints did, they tried to do an NBA transaction where they went to Cleveland and told them, look, we'll trade you a player and a pick. If you sign Clowney, give him the extra $5 million signing bonus. We'll give you that $5 million. We'll give you a player and a pick, and y'all trade him to us. It was like an NBA sign and trade type of deal that the Saints was trying to do. Obviously, the NFL got a hold of what the Saints were going to do. We know the NFL hates the Saints.
Absolutely.
They were like, nah, that ain't going to happen. Y'all not about to pull this shit and then open up a can of worms, and then all these other teams start doing this later on,
Right.
So that's why that situation didn't go down. So it's kind of similar, because with Cleveland, the Saints did reach out to them. They wanted to give them picks. They told them, look, we'll give you picks, future picks, but at the same time, you take some of his salary, because we don't have enough cap space for him.
Right.
When Cleveland was like, nah, we're not going to do that, whatever. The Cleveland wanted a 4th or 5th round pick. They wanted like a 3rd or 4th round pick for him. The Saints were offering a 5th or 6th round pick, and they was like, nah, we're not going to take a 5th or 6th round pick and pay his salary. We're not doing it. But in the big picture of it all, Cleveland looked really stupid, because you basically let him go for free, and you're still on tab for some of his salary. So regardless of the situation, you could have got some picks out the Saints.
Yeah.
And got a few players in the upcoming draft.
And that year, Trey Henderson balled out. Yes, he did. He balled out.
And you didn't do nothing. So it's like, I just feel as though with the whole Odell situation, I feel like he has a chip on his shoulder. A lot of people talk a lot of shit about him, saying that he hasn't done anything, he hasn't done anything since the catch in New York. I mean,
I disagree with that.
When you go to a franchise like Cleveland, let's be honest. I mean,
you look at his career. Y'all really think Eli Manning was the shit? And I always thought Baker Mayfield was mediocre, in my opinion.
Right.
I always thought he was mediocre. I still look at Cleveland as a run-first team with Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb. With all that talent on his team, he's still shit water. He trash.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So to me, he's mediocre. Nowhere in hell you can have Jarvis Landry, Austin Hooper, Njoku, Odell Beckham, Higgins. You got all that damn. You had Callaway before he can't stay out of trouble. You had shitloads of talent there, and you still have subpar stats. It's ridiculous. And a damn good offensive line. And a damn good offensive line. Also. And a damn good offensive line. He should want him.
And that's the thing, man. Like a lot can change this offseason. You know, that's why I feel as though the pitch that they made to him was obviously not just for the rest of this year, but for years to come.
I believe so too. Yeah, I really do.
That's the pitch that they made to him. But the thing is, you know, they probably told him, look, ain't no reason to go to Green Bay.
Right.
Rodgers might be coming here next year. Ain't no reason to go to Seattle.
It's a possibility.
Wilson might be coming here. So like from
his home, OBJ, come on.
So it's a possibility.
He's like, man, well, shit. I know the Saints got Jameis, but Jameis is hurt. I know they need a quarterback. They're gonna go at. I know the Saints are gonna go after guys like Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson. So let me just stay here. Let me kind of get myself situated in the system, learn the offense, learn what I got to do. And then when Mike Thomas come back and Kamara and all of those guys, I'm gonna
absolutely.
You can't.
Absolutely.
You cannot double. This is the biggest thing with this whole situation. If he comes here and he plays on side by side next to Mike Thomas, you cannot double Mike Thomas anymore. You cannot do it. So when you try to double Mike, Odell's gonna kill you. If you try to double Odell, Mike's gonna kill you.
Right.
Kamara's gonna kill you.
Right.
So it's a mismatch all over the field. So the thing is, if he was to come here, he knows what he has here and the long-term commitment that it would take to be here. The Saints are on tap for that. They want him for the next 2-3 years. And that's why they're trying to schedule this. They're trying to maneuver the contract to where it's like they do have some voidable years to where they can maneuver the cap and then, you know, have him here for 2 to 3 years. Because, you know, the Saints are always going to push the cap space. They're going to release somebody. They're going to free up room by doing this or doing that. That's what they do. So that's what they're looking at in creating him and keeping him for 2 to 3 years, not just a 7.
Let me say this, bro. Hey, if we get OBJ, we get him. If we don't, we don't. Hey, look, let's talk about our team, the players we got on our team right now. We spent 30 minutes on OBJ. Time to move on. What's up with Kamara?
I'm not gonna sit here with rose-colored glasses. I'm not, because you know, at the end of the day, if Odell Beckham goes to Green Bay, I don't care who don't like it. They got a great chance to win the championship. Aaron Rodgers come back from COVID. He was the MVP of the league last year. Odell Beckham Jr. and the best wide receiver in the league right now is Devontae Adams. So I got to be honest with you. You may not like what I'm saying, but if I was Odell Beckham Jr., I would probably go to the Green Bay Packers. Somebody said that earlier, but these rose-colored glasses, I'm taking mine off. Mine is blue. I'm just telling you, at the end of the day, I hope that he chooses the Saints, but I'm not going to sit up here and believe that that's going to happen because of the injury to our starting quarterback, because I live in the real world and I know that he wants a quarterback that is going to give him the ball. And look, the one thing I'll say Odell Beckham Jr. come here for is because he will be the unquestioned number one receiver, and he would get at least 12 to 15 touches a game.
Does anybody know what's wrong with Kamara? I'm done with OBJ, man.
Yeah, he has Alvin Kamara has a mild knee sprain, and his status for this upcoming game is questionable. We'll see what happens. Then
I heard they worked out some running backs. Nobody of significance.
Nobody of significance, but they did.
Kerryon Johnson, and Josh Adams. They signed Josh Adams to the practice squad.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Kerryon
Johnson, I believe he was an Arizona Wildcat at one point. Good running back.
He was Auburn Tiger.
Yeah, Auburn Tiger.
That's right. And it's good that we did sign Mark Ingram back a couple weeks ago because obviously we need him now. And that was the reason why they went out and got Mark Ingram, because they knew that they were working Kamara harder than they should, and that's why they went out and traded for him. Unfortunately, he ended up getting hurt in the Atlanta game. Anybody got an
update on Tony Jones? When he'll be back?
We need him back.
No, nothing yet. Nothing as of yet. As far as other injuries on the roster, Chauncey Gardner, it has been reported Chauncey Gardner-Johnson broke his toe.
Oh no!
Yeah, so we don't know how long he's going to be out for. Peyton Turner did not practice today. He has a shoulder injury. It seems like he's hurt every game, every time he comes back. Teron Arnold.
August down. He had that history when he was in Houston.
Well, we get the worst luck when it comes to.
Always.
I mean, we never have a full team with everybody healthy, everybody and good with the with the off field shit. There's always something, and now they're talking about Deontay might be suspended.
Yep. So but before we get into that, Teron Armstead did not practice today as well. The people that were limited in practice today were Ty Montgomery, Carl Granderson, and Ryan Ramczyk. They all were limited. But going back to what you just talked about, so on top of the injuries, on top of the quarterback situation, Deontay Harris is facing a 3-game suspension for his DWI this past offseason. And it's he has to be under some type of surveillance for a year or something like that. But he's going to be
supervised probation.
Yep. Supervised. So listen, man.
I never heard of that shit before.
Me too.
Right.
And the crazy thing that bothers me with this whole situation is, okay, yeah, he had a DWI. The reason why he's going to face a 3-game suspension is because exactly what happened with Henry Ruggs. Henry Ruggs messed it up for everybody. Let's just be honest. He did. And, obviously that whole situation is unfortunate. Our prayers and blessings, man, to her family for the life that they lost, for the young woman who lost her life. But
yeah, that's sad. Her and her dog.
It really is. It's sad, man. And when you look at that situation, the NFL had to kind of come down on him and will come down on him and say, look, we got to suspend you for 3 games.
So you wild for that, bro?
I mean, that's her life. The dog too.
The dog. Ruggs going down because the dog died too. I'm telling you, boy. And
ask Vic. Ask Michael Vick.
That's why
they finna. His ass won't get another snap in the league no more.
You don't need to worry about no suspension.
That's a wrap for his ass. He might as well whatever little money his ass got left.
All of them say the same thing. All of them say the same thing.
The dog was in there too. It's not funny.
And the dog too.
We make a joke about it, but it's a shame. It really is for somebody to really be going 150 miles per hour. He lucky he didn't die, and his old lady that was with him in the car.
Did you see the footage?
Yeah, I saw it. He was sitting on the ground crying.
No, did you see the footage of the car going fast?
No, I didn't.
I saw that.
I wouldn't.
Just like
I wouldn't even want to see that.
It just hit the car like.
Yeah.
They said he saw the vehicle at the last second, so the impact, he was at 128 miles. So he slowed down by 30.
He was driving 156 miles an hour, bro.
He was at 158 miles an hour driving, but then when he finally saw the vehicle, he slowed down to 127. So that's what it was.
A big difference.
It's not a big difference at all. So everybody saw the car on fire, and that was a very terrible accident. You know.
That's why I said.
Hey, let me ask you a question. I thought that was him. Who was on the ground crying?
That was him.
Okay, I thought he was knocked out.
He tried to act like he was unconscious once the cameras was out there and all that.
I thought that was him.
Yeah, that's what MJ just said. He said no, he wasn't. He was knocked out.
No, he woke up. His ass woke up.
He was up.
That's just
act like he was out.
That's just an unfortunate situation on both ends because obviously, there were lives lost in the car crash, and then he lost his life because he's facing 50 years in prison for driving, 156 miles an hour and killing somebody. So listen, man, listen. Our prayers go up to her family. Yeah, man, because that's crazy, man.
Yeah, he's gonna get 50 years. He's gonna get 50 years because of that dog. I'm telling you.
Yeah, he get 10 for the dog.
Yeah.
He's so stupid.
It's 2 to 20 for a human. It's 2 to 20 for a human life, but being in the fact that that dog was in there, they're gonna add an extra 25 to that shit.
Extra 25, boy. That's a hot 25 right there, boy, for the dog.
Oh yeah, the dog too. Oh yeah, we got book his ass. Book it right now. He killed the goddamn dog. That's his ass right there. Yep, we really hate him now. He killed the dog.
So let's jump into this game.
He went to say, y'all really believe he slowed down from 156 to
The
127?
127.
I don't think he did that. I think he was going 156 all the way. That's just me.
But was somebody out there with a radar gun or something? How they know all this? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
From the cameras, I guess. I don't know.
Some of them can clock you. They got some with radars on the side. They clock.
But they say, they say that intersection right there, they have so many wrecks. The guy that filmed it said he had to get a brick wall right there because they had so many wrecks to knock down his gate.
That's crazy.
Man, that's nuts.
They go that damn fast on the boulevard, not on the highway, on the boulevard. That's crazy.
Right.
But look, let's jump back into the Saints stuff, man. Obviously, we just talked about a little bit of it, but the Saints obviously lost to the Falcons 27-25. The Saints are now 5-3. The unfortunate thing with this loss against the Falcons is now that the Saints are 1-2 in the NFC South division. Listen, if you want to win the NFC South, you can't be going 1-2 in your own division. You got to beat those teams in your division. Obviously, their only win was against Tampa. They lost to Carolina and Atlanta. But I want to ask y'all a question. Obviously, we talk about the division. We talk about winning the division. Do you feel maybe it's a good thing that they probably won't win the division this year?
I don't think it matters. I mean, either way, win the division, don't win the division. What we have to do is play in the postseason, no matter what. We need to play ball in the damn postseason. I don't care if we win the division, don't win it, win the wild, get in with the wild card, it don't matter. We need to play the postseason. That's something we ain't been doing. Once postseason hit, we need to play fucking ball. Straight up.
Oh, you sound very upset right now.
You sound mad as hell.
Yeah.
Well, it's the truth. It's the truth, man. It's the truth. I mean, we done won the NFC West 4 years straight for what?
The South.
Yeah, that too. We done won the South, the West, whatever. We done won that 4 years straight for nothing.
I ain't never seen you this animated, man.
Just to get a banner. Just to get a banner. But now they took the banners down. They got them in lights now.
Shit, I wish you. I wish your ass was out there in the first half against them damn Falcons when them damn wide receivers dropping them damn balls. They should have had your ass on that sideline. Shit.
Man.
Well, listen, speaking of that, I just want to touch on this, man, because I know a lot of Saints fans was going crazy on social media. Saying, oh, man, our quarterback situation is not what it's supposed to be. Listen, I'm going to put it out there, and I'm going to just say this, and then y'all can agree or disagree. But, man, again, this was not Trevor Simeon's fault. I do not blame him. I do not blame him for this loss.
It was not.
Blame him for this loss. He had really good placement on the ball throughout the game.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And again, the Saints wide receivers dropped 7 passes in the game. And I just want to talk about this. What the hell has happened to Adam Trotman? What has happened to Adam Trotman? This dude,
no comment.
He's been dropping the ball all game, bro. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, are you trying to catch the ball or are you not? Like, catch the ball, man.
Yeah, he made up for it a little bit at the end. You know, then he tried to act like he was hurt to make it look good, where he caught it and got clipped from underneath. Man. Made it look good. Oh, I'm hurt, but I still got it, y'all.
Listen,
you know, okay, Troutman, you should have been catching, bro. You should have been catching the ball.
Some Saints fans was giving him a pass saying, oh, but he could block good, but he can't catch. Well, y'all was going crazy on Jimmy Graham when he could catch, but he couldn't block. So why aren't y'all having that same energy for Adam Trotman?
D. Winston messing with you, Mike. He said, what's wrong with your boy, Troutman?
D. Winston don't have me to come to Alabama. Don't have me come to Alabama. Look, I didn't know the boy couldn't catch feelings. The boy shit water right now. I don't like it.
If y'all didn't know, that's Jameis' cousin, Jameis Winston cousin.
Yep.
I had high hopes for him, man, but I don't know, man. I'd rather take Jared Cook right goddamn now than have Troutman right now. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
The tight end that we had from the Air Force, Gary Griffin, he made some crucial catches against Tampa Bay.
Mm-hmm.
He's a blocking tight end. He made some crucial catches against Tampa Bay. Number 45. And
Yeah, Trevor knows him. Trevor Trevor practices with the threes, and he's a three tight end. So Trevor said, "Hey, that's my boy Griffin. I practice with you."
Well,
So,
when's Jawan Johnson coming back? Shit, when's Jawan Johnson coming back?
Juwan need to come back this week.
A healthy scratch.
I need him this week. Shit, I need him this week.
Shit, we need everybody this week. Shit, we even need Teddy G out there catching passes.
Yeah,
listen,
y'all gonna let my cousin act a fool on y'all, man.
Let me just give you one observation. I said I talked to Nader about this earlier. I said sometime when you're a quarterback and you're trying to direct the ball, right? You'll see Trevor Siemian going like this and then throw it, right?
Right.
I said the difference in that from what Taysom Hill was doing. Taysom Hill was humming at this. And he came in there and had some strong completions, and he went right back to the bench. I'm just telling you what my eyes saw. What I'm saying is at the end of the day, that the ball gets to the wide receiver quicker, even though it's coming in hot. So if the ball is kind of floating out there, the defender is on you, and it can be harder to catch. So I'm not saying that Trevor Siemian is not accurate, but he doesn't have the strongest arm. So the ball
damn special team. Put anybody out there on special team. We need weapons. We need people
with that same magnitude.
So
when Taysom plays, he put heat on it.
So my question is, do you think they should go with Siemian this week or Taysom Hill?
I think that at the goal line, when y'all going for two, Taysom.
Yeah, I was pissed off about that, Teddy. I was pissed. I thought the RPO would have been special with Taysom running at the 2-point conversion. I didn't like that shit.
He would have got in both times, easy.
So heard me cussing up a mile on that shit. What the hell you got Trevor Siemian in here for? And you waggling him outside the pocket. What the hell is this?
And you know the running game was effective the whole game. So like, why not do that on a goal line, especially with Taysom Hill?
Taysom was killing him. Taysom was killing him. Anytime he got in the game, Taysom Hill was killing him.
Oh, he ain't know what to do.
And he beat him twice. Taysom Hill beat him twice last year. No problem.
With your boy Kamara, is he gonna play? They don't know. Is he questionable? Is he out?
He's questionable.
Okay, he's questionable. Well, we know you're probably gonna get that record this week then, because he's gonna get a load of carries. Mark Ingram, 19 yards to break.
All I know is that I picked up Mark Ingram in all my leagues. He started for me this week. That's all I got to say.
Man, you 2-6-1. We ain't trying to hear about your leagues, man.
I'm just giving you the
put that man business on the street. Put that man business on.
We ain't trying to hear about all that.
We'll be ready for the playoffs. I said I got the replacements on. I got the replacements.
Let's talk about this Saints defense. We talked about the offense. We talked about how Siemian it wasn't his fault. We talked about how the receivers dropped a bunch of passes and how players need to step up, right? And the play caller needs to get better too, because obviously if you're running the ball and keep gouging them for 5-6 yards, you got to keep it going. You got to keep it going. But I want to talk about the defense, because the defense did not play up to its standards that we're used to seeing in these first 9 games. They really had a bad outing. They couldn't get any pressure on Matt Ryan, and Cam Jordan had 1 sack, Davenport had 1 sack, and that was it. Nothing else happened. Adebo gave up a 64-yard pass to Cordell Patterson when it counted the most, and that's the reason why these people won.
Yeah, Mike T, please explain what they did and what they should have did on that last play with 50 some seconds left, and why they gave up that damn 60, almost 70-yard play.
Yeah, what they did was played quarters coverage, and they should have played man, because that's what was working. They were doing just fine, but they played like quarters coverage. Yeah, because the series before that,
and what I'm saying,
we stuffed them for a 2-yard loss, and then what's his name came with a sack. Cam Jordan got a sack, then Davenport got a sack, and they had to punt the ball. We went down there and scored, of course, a little too early. And once they got the ball back with that little minute and something to play, they went out there with that soft zone shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I didn't understand why in the hell did they do that. You know what I'm saying? You should have stayed with man, because they was getting pressure.
Right.
And they was doing very well against them. Now, don't get me wrong, Matt Ryan made some hell of a throws on a couple plays early in there, but at that point in time, your defense was hot. They was hot.
Yeah.
But
Also, let me add this. Do y'all consider Matt Ryan a mobile quarterback? Because we had a problem with mobile quarterback. That day, he was a mobile quarterback.
And he shook Demario Davis out his freaking shoes twice.
I saw that.
He definitely
Twice.
With a
Yeah,
weak ass move. With a weak move.
yeah, he did.
He did. I give you that. And he did get out the pocket, just like MJ said. You know, the Saints defense is very good. The pressure they did put on him, Matt Ryan got out of trouble. But listen, when you look at the whole thing, you know, Debo gave up that big pass. Even in the beginning of the game, man, Lattimore did not look like the Lattimore we expect. I mean, Kyle Pitts was beating him. He was getting like 20, 30 yards on him. I was like, what's going on, man? Like, you know that's who they trying to go to. Like, come on, man. And Lattimore just didn't have a good game at all either. So
Debo didn't have a good day either.
Yeah, and I mean, let's
No, he didn't.
I mean, how you let a guy named Zacchaeus beat you? Like he only had 3 catches, but 2 of them was for touchdowns.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come
Didn't
on.
they just sign him 1 year working at Walmart? The kid.
God damn it.
He was working at Wing Shack, bro.
Oh my God. Yo.
Look, he dropped that lemon pepper and barbecue on my ass on Sunday. He topped it off with a ghetto punch too.
Oh man.
Oh man. It just I just don't get it, man. There's always these no-name wide receivers that mess over us, bro. It always happens. But as we all know, the Saints always lose to shitty teams. They just do. They just do. They take them lightly, and they just always do this. That's why I told y'all when we play the Jets, I'm not picking the Saints in the Jets game. I'm just letting y'all know now. I'm not picking them.
I don't know what's wrong with them, man. I don't know.
I'm not picking that game because they always lose to shitty teams. The Titans that are coming up, they're gonna play a hard game against them. They probably gonna win because they play way better on the road than they do at home. The Bills game for Thanksgiving, that's gonna be.
If the Saints lose that game, I'm sitting in row 4. I'm gonna go out on the field. They're gonna be trying to catch Soul Saint on that field up there in New York, bro.
Oh my God!
Hey, guess what? They better not lose that game, bro.
You're gonna be freezing your ass off. You're gonna be freezing your ass off, and they're gonna let your ass down. That's why I ain't going to that game on the road. I'm done. I had my Seattle trip.
Me and MJ gonna be there.
You and MJ gonna be freezing your ass off, especially MJ. He gonna be really doing the Michael Jackson.
We froze. We won.
You go just like Michael Jackson this time, boy. They're gonna be asking Annie, Annie, are you okay?
Y'all gonna be freezing your ass off. I'm gonna be at home. So y'all gonna be freezing your ass off. I'm gonna be at home warmed up. I ain't trying. Look, I'm already gonna be warmed up because what's gonna happen? They gonna piss us off.
That's all right, bro. That black and gold blood running through my veins gonna keep me warm.
Shit,
I'm warm blooded.
Man, there's a whole nother cold up there, boy.
I was born in New York.
That's 3 hours.
I understand. I'm driving trucks. I don't want to. I'm in Indiana right now. I don't want to be here. Shit.
You say Indiana cold out there right now.
Indiana cold.
Yeah, man.
But listen, we talk about the Saints Titans game. We got that coming up. It's on the road. The Titans just defeated the Rams this past week on Sunday Night Football, 28-16.
You better.
They shut them down. They shut the Rams down, man. Like
All the good news we got is Derrick Henry ain't playing. Thank you, Jesus.
That's it.
That's the only thing. But
thank you, Jesus.
But we got Lattimore going against Julio again.
Oh.
Who's gonna stick AJ Brown?
Oh.
That's going to be a mismatch. We don't know if it's Debo or they should put Roby on him. I don't
Okay.
either one of them. I don't know. I'm not too comfortable with.
Just
And
put some
then
pressure on my cousin. Shit. Hold it
the
down.
the Titans are 7-2 right now. They're number 1 in the AFC standings.
Mm-hmm.
And listen, man, I just feel as though the Saints got the work cut out for them this week. They really do.
We're gonna win this damn game.
I think so too.
I'm glad Tennessee won the game last week. I'm glad they won the game, so they're very confident right now.
Yep.
I think that we really should work Taysom more into. Don't get me wrong. I think Trevor should start. I think Trevor gets the ball out quick, but I think that they should work Taysom RPOs more into the offense to move the ball up and down the field, especially if Kamara's a little injured. I think they really should work that RPO into what we're doing to run the ball, because once we're outside, on the natural grass elements, you're definitely going to have to play smash mouth football.
Yep. Yeah, you definitely.
Hey, I'm looking at the weather in Tennessee. It would be a high of 56 and a low of 32. So it's going to be kind of chilly.
It's going to be so icy.
No rain, no precipitation, no snow, no none of that.
All right. Yeah, it's going to be all right. The only thing is they have to control the time of possession. They got to run that ball, like Teddy just said. You got to control the time of possession.
Right. Can't be cute.
These dudes, man, obviously they don't have Derrick Henry, but they won last week against the Rams without Derrick Henry, and they actually won their last 2 games without Derrick Henry. So it's not like they're just this team that needs Derrick Henry. They do need him, don't get me wrong, but they're still finding ways to win. Just like
I know, Duran, ain't that something?
And this is just this past weekend was upset special. Jags beat the Bills, Falcons beat the Saints. Who else? Who else lost this past week? Green Bay lost to the Chiefs.
Dallas got whipped. Dallas
lost to Denver. So like there were a lot of like wacky stuff going on around the NFL this week. But I think with the Saints, man, I think this is going to be a good game. I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be one of those games where the Saints are going to be ready for the challenge. It does suck that Chauncey Gardner-Johnson is going to be out for this game with a broken toe. We really needed him. But I feel as though the Saints defense has to put pressure on Ryan Tannehill. They got to get pressure on him, man, because if they don't, he's going to be slinging that ball to A.J. Brown when he see a Debo sticking there.
Is this the one I mixed? The one I mixed. All right.
This dude. Look, he's still drinking from Sunday. He's still drinking his sorrows away.
Hey, Mike. Where you at, Mike?
You got Mike on mute.
Oh, Lord, Mike ain't on no damn mute. Mike done jumped out the truck. Mike?
He ain't there. He'll come back on. So, I don't know, man. Lattimore versus Julio, that's going to be a good one. And
they muted themselves. He muted himself.
Yeah, the defense has to overall play better, man. They got to play better this week. They got to be ready for sure. So
we ready to do picks?
Yeah. But before we do that, I just want everybody to know that watching, the Saints are currently in the 6th seed in the NFC playoff bracket. So if the playoffs started today, the Saints would play the Bucks in the first round of the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. So, yep.
So
it would be just like last year, but reversed, because they were the wild card and they came to playoffs, remember?
Right. Yep. Which, again, the Saints are a good road team compared to home team this year. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Now, as far as around the league, I want to talk about this because this shit pissed me off. And I know it pissed off everybody that's watching this and they're in the group chat, writing and chatting. Listen, man, the Green Bay Packers, obviously we know Aaron Rodgers lied about his COVID situation.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yep.
And the Packers got fined $300,000 yesterday. Aaron Rodgers only got fined $14,650.
That's not a lot of money.
Listen, the Saints last year were dancing in a fucking locker room, and they got a $600,000 fine. And they got a 6th round draft pick taken away from them And these motherfuckers was in the locker room breathing on each other, spreading COVID, not only spreading COVID to their own team, but spreading COVID to other teams. Because if you remember, when the Saints played the Packers in week 1, after that, everybody started getting COVID. People was like, oh man, he might have COVID, he might be out, or this and that. Like
all the Saints coaches had COVID in week 2.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All the Saints coaches started getting COVID, right?
Ooh.
So Aaron Rodgers went up there, talked to the media, lied to the media, say that he was immunized, right? And it comes to find out that next thing you know, Devontae Adams has COVID. The other receiver has COVID. Then Rodgers has COVID. But he comes out and says that he's not vaccinated. But earlier in the offseason, you said that you were immunized and that you were vaccinated. So obviously he sat there and lied. The excuse is they said that the NFL knew about all of this and they knew about it. The dude didn't have no mask on when he would go to the media interviews. He went to a Halloween party. He didn't have no mask on. The rules are you cannot be at any party with more than 3 people if you're not vaccinated. And he was at a whole Halloween party with all his teammates. He was in the media with no mask. And yet this dude only gets fined $14,000 and the Packers only get a $300,000 fine when the Saints had a fucking 6th-round pick taken from them. Listen, if this doesn't show you that the NFL hates the Saints, I don't know what else to say. Because Roger Goodell is a fucking clown. Straight up, he is a clown. That shirt that Sean Payton wore, that's what Roger Goodell is. He's a fucking clown. And in New Orleans, we like to say it, Teddy, he's a whole out here.
Out here. Out here. Like me.
People don't know, but that shirt that Sean Payton was wearing, that was Roger Goodell. Yep. And that's why he wore it. He told me.
So, but y'all been around me too long, bro. So I just sit back, bro. I'm just enjoying this.
He's a whole out here. I'm just pissed off.
I couldn't have said it no better. I couldn't have said it no better, my boy. Could have said it no better. And it's not surprising. I said, you know, the one thing I was sitting back and waiting for was to see if they were going to take a draft pick from Green Bay. Because obviously they were in cahoots with Aaron Rodgers. They knew he wasn't vaccinated. Yeah,
I mean, they knew. And the Packers knew, the NFL knew. But here's what kind of threw me off is like the excuse, because you know there's always an excuse with everything. The excuse was, oh, well, this is their first time doing it. Motherfucker, they've been doing this for 8 weeks. 8 to 9 weeks they've been spreading COVID. You saying that this is their only offense. They've been doing this for 9 weeks. We had coaches that were out with COVID after the Packers game because of these dumb motherfuckers. So that's okay. But, because it was their first offense, that's why they only fined him $14,000 and only fined the team $300,000. That shit ain't right, man. If you gonna keep it, if you gonna lay down the law for every team. Obviously, the Packers saw what happened to the Saints, right? They saw that the Saints had a 6th-round pick taken away from them, right? So why, when you see somebody do some wrong shit and you see the outcome and the penalty for it, why would you go and do the same thing? And then next thing you know, your penalty isn't as bad as the previous penalty or the people that started the shit. Like, it just don't make no sense, man. It really doesn't. The NFL hates us. Roger Goodell hates us. Roger Goodell is a straight bitch. He's a hoe. He don't like what Sean Payton did with the shirt. He knows Sean Payton did that shit with the shirt. And that's just the only reason why they did that last year. That's why they took the 6th-round pick. You know, that 6th-round pick could have been somebody that helped us out this year.
Yeah, just like when they got Colston with the 7th round. Yeah, you never know. You always find a gem late.
It could have been a player that could have helped us. So obviously they took our pick away. The Packers are the NFL team. They're the team of the NFL. They're the Packers. They got, you know, all the cheese curds and all of this
frozen tundra. Yeah, all that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. I know everybody kind of agrees with me as the chat is going, but it's unfortunate, man. It really
let me say this. We've played the Green Bay Packers twice in the last 2 years. I said, ain't no way in the world we would have won that game, 38-3. Ain't no way we'd have won that game if that game would have been close. Because last year when we played the Packers, they was calling all type of penalties to make sure that the Saints did not win that game.
Well, we almost did though.
So in order for us to beat the Green Bay Packers, we had to whip the fuck out of it.
It's gotta be a blowout.
Yeah,
it gotta be a blowout.
Facts. That's true.
And also against Tom Brady. The refs can't cheat. If it ain't close, the refs can't cheat.
Yep.
Same thing.
38-3. Then the first one was what? 26-19? What was the first goal?
Yeah.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. And speaking of Green Bay, Russell Wilson is cleared to play this week, and the Seahawks are going to visit the Packers in the Tundra. So we'll see what happens with that. Russell Wilson is coming back from his injury.
Aaron Rodgers gonna play.
He about to get something.
And Rodgers should be cleared by Saturday to play in that game. So the good thing for Rodgers in this game, and it just shows you how good of luck this dude has. Obviously, only got suspended 14,000, but if he clears on Saturday, then the game is in Green Bay, so he could just drive to the game.
I want to ask a question. Let me ask y'all a question.
Yep.
Is it me or is it, because I notice a lot of players and coaches get COVID, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like you'll never see where, they're in the hospital, they're real sick, bad. It look like, do they have a wonder drug for the NFL? For this COVID? Because I haven't seen one person that had COVID that was sick, that was real sick.
Well, most of them are.
They back.
The only person.
But I still seeing people in hospitals on ventilators and shit like that. But NFL, I haven't seen that. So what, they got a miracle drug for NFL COVID?
Most of them are vaccinated, though. That's the thing.
Even before the vaccinations came out, you notice when the players caught COVID in the bubble, they were back within a week. They were okay. It's funny, huh? Yeah. Ain't it funny that not one player you seen in the hospital with a damn mask on? You know what I'm saying? Doing a video, talking about pray for me. They
got that booster shot. They got that booster.
That's funny to me, man.
Hey. Look. I said, and you're right. So this was before the vaccine came out, right?
Right.
This was before the vaccine came out.
Right.
I said the one player that said that he was sick really was Von Miller, and that's because he has asthma.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That was the only reason. He said he was down. He said he was short of breath.
Hundreds of players with COVID.
Yeah, Von Miller was the only one because he had asthma. He was the only one that said he was down for the count. Kamara had it last year.
Look, don't get me wrong. I understand that these are the best athletes. They physical specimens. They athletes. So I guess their system is gonna fight that COVID better. That's another thing. It could be
fight that COVID. So if I'm gonna change my fantasy team, call it fight that COVID. I'm gonna change my fantasy.
Right, the COVID fighters.
Fight that COVID
fighters. The COVID fighters. And look, at the end of the season, you're gonna be 1-10-1.
Fight that COVID, yeah.
Speaking of that, Nick Chubb also tested positive for COVID-19.
He at home playing the game.
So while we on the topic of COVID-19, the Browns running back Nick Chubb, but he is vaccinated. So if he does test negative twice within 24 hours,
this whole thing is a mystery.
Now, I want to talk about this because this is a big topic going around, especially in the media. I don't know if you guys seen the game on Monday night with the Steelers and the Bears.
Yes.
But there was this one play where the Bears player had made a good play. The punting team was coming on for the Steelers. And the guy basically was like walking back. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain. Like
he was jogging back.
He was looking at the punter for the Steelers, and they were jogging back. He ran into the referee, and the referee threw the flag and said that he was taunting the bench. Now, for me, I just feel as though that taunting rule is ridiculous. It's lame. It takes the fun out the game. A lot of people always, call the NFL the no fun league. And it just seems like that is, that's exactly what it is, man, because it's like you can't taunt anymore And it goes back to what I said about Roger Goodell being a hoe and hating the Saints. The reason why they came out with the taunting rule is because of who? Do you guys know?
The Saints?
Because of Chauncey Gardner-Johnson.
Right.
That's the only reason why they came out with this rule for this year is because Chauncey Gardner-Johnson.
Well, Nader, you know, I'm a football official. They've been had taunting, but do we say taunting is when you're in a player's face for X number, you know, when you're in a player's face too long and you're telling him something,
right?
You know, so I mean, it's really up to the official. You know what's taunting, because you see players all the time make big hits and they always be looking at the person. Is that taunting? When they stand up there in their face like this, you know, yeah. I made a good hit on your ass. You know, I knocked you on your ass, and they looking at them. You know, and they're in their face. You see that all the time. But then some players, it's taunting. Like Fournette, that was some bullshit when the girl threw the penalty. When Fournette say when the dude was supposed to be taunting Fournette, you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
The Tampa game.
Yeah.
How was that taunting?
Yeah.
I mean,
I just feel as though the taunting rule is just taking the fun out the NFL, man.
Not just the NFL. Arizona State, they actually had a touchdown called back because
of taunting.
The wide receiver did the prime time. You know what I'm saying? Little high stepping going into the end zone, and they called the touchdown back. They took the 7 points off the board. I've never seen anything like that. So yeah.
Wow, it's just wild.
That was 2 weeks ago.
It's just wild, man. That little thing can change the outcome of a game, man. It really can. So I don't know. I just feel as though they need to scrap that and just not have that in the NFL. People always have their emotions running high when they playing football.
Man. I mean, you know, it's all right. As long as you don't touch that person. If you talk shit, I knock you on your ass. I knock you on your ass. It's okay. It's football.
Part of the game. It's part of the game.
It's football.
It's football.
Yeah.
Man, we ain't playing flag football. Come on, man. And then the last topic that I have as far as around the league is Tom Brady came out and said that a 17th game was a horrible decision. What y'all thoughts on that?
I mean, I like the way things was, you know. I mean, with the 16-game season, you know, I mean, I think they should still. I think it should stay at 16, but they still should have took 2 preseason games because a lot of players be out for the career in preseason. Right. Them 4 preseason games, bro. I think they should have 1 game where the starters play and 1 game for the rookies in preseason. That's it, because they practicing every day. They got training camp and everything else. So I think they should cut down preseason to 2 games and just keep the season at 16 games. That was fine.
If you notice, a lot of teams are doing a lot of waiver pickups, a lot of you know, they changing their lineups every week, right? Mm-hmm. Because of injuries. If you're going to change to a 17-game season, you should allow the roster to be at least 75 people. You should allow every team to have 75 people, so you don't have to go and keep going to, you know, your practice squad and whatnot, picking up players. The team should be able to hold more players, and the salary cap should go up if you add another game like that. Because, you know, and the bad part of it being a 17-game season is all these records about to fall. Megatron, his record gonna fall.
Mm-hmm. It's not fair for them to have an extra game.
An extra game to do a 16
to try to break the record.
Yeah.
You got 17 games to do it.
When they did it in 16.
Right.
And they did it in 16 games.
Yeah. Yep, that makes a lot of sense. Yep.
They do.
It just it sucks, but hey, it is what it is. Again, the NFL is always doing something that's gonna make somebody mad. So
our picks.
Yeah, let's get into it, man. So the picks of the week, I'm very excited about this week. They got some really good games. We'll start with Thursday night, tomorrow night. Ravens at Dolphins. Who y'all got?
I got the Ravens.
Ravens.
I mean, that one's easy.
Hey, Tua is not playing, right?
He's a game time decision.
Yeah. So Jacoby Brissett is playing. Just so everybody knows, we got bettors out there, so I'm trying to help you out. Just know that Jacoby Brissett is playing, and Jacoby Brissett can play. So I wouldn't be surprised if Miami, you know what I'm saying, sneak up on them boys.
So you got Dolphins?
Watch the spread. That's all I'm saying. I
You
said
got
Ravens. Action Jackson. I got Action Jackson, Lamar Jackson. I'm just giving people information. Jacoby Brissett is going to be the quarterback. He used to start for Indianapolis, and he can play. He used to play for Bill Belichick. He can play. So you know what I'm saying? Don't be surprised if something happens. I'm going with the Ravens though.
Okay. I'm going Ravens too. Now let's jump into the next one. Falcons at Cowboys.
I got Atlanta.
Just lost to Denver last week.
Something ain't right with Dak Prescott. I got Atlanta beating Dak Prescott. Atlanta looked very good to me last week. They looked very good. I know y'all probably think that the Saints just played poorly. I said, but no, their defense was very intense. They was tired of losing. No, if they go into that game and they feel like they somebody, then they'll lose. But if they still as hungry as they was last week, they'll beat the Cowboys. Just like the Denver Broncos beat the Cowgirls last week.
You know, my boy Stephen A had a fields day with the Cowboys because
he's
so good on paper, and then they just like us, they lose to a team that they supposed to beat, and then they at home too. You know, so you know the Cowboys are just showing who they are. You know, and they ain't that good, but I'm gonna go with them this week at home. I don't think they'll lose 2 straight at home.
Okay.
You know.
Me too. I'm going Cowboys in the game. I don't think they'll lose back to backs. Jags.
I'm a lone wolf on that one.
Yep, lone wolves. Jags at the Colts. The Jags just beat the Buffalo Bills last week.
A damn good team. Beat the Buffalo Bills. So they feeling themselves. They smelling themselves.
So what you got?
I don't have them.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Indianapolis Colts.
I'm going with the Colts.
All right, I'm going Colts too. Browns at the Patriots. 5-4 team against a 5-4 team. Who y'all got?
I think the Patriots have hit their stride, and so I'm gonna go with the Patriots. I mean, the Patriots put up damn near 60 points.
You saw the Browns just won. They feel like a piano has been lifted off them because Odell is gone. You know, he was it just was a lot of chaos going on with that in that locker room. So now I feel like, you know, things are better. I don't know what's happening with Odell's best friend though. He didn't have no points last week.
Jarvis Landry.
Yeah, so I don't know if he decided, well, I ain't gonna catch him. They done traded my boy. They done let my boy go, so I ain't gonna do that. I won't get traded now. I don't know what's going on.
We might get him too next year.
But I'm gonna go with the Cleveland.
All right, I'm gonna go Patriots in this game.
Who you got, Teddy?
You know, Bill Belichick used to coach in Cleveland, huh? You know that's where he started at.
Yeah, that's where he started with the Cleveland Browns.
It's still personal for him. I'm telling you. Cleveland, telling you, man. Look, Cleveland got a good squad, and Stefanski, he is a good coach. But Bill Belichick, I said, you know, they impressed me last week. I went in back and saw some of the footage. The New England Patriots look good. We took care of them earlier this year. Delete the footage.
The footage.
Yeah. So yeah, I think the Patriots are about to start turning it on and marching to where they're going.
All right.
I'm going with Cleveland.
All right, I'm going Pats.
Dog.
Bills at Jets.
Might be a trap. Hey, people in Buffalo saying, "Oh, this is a trap game," but Buffalo gonna go whip the Jets' ass.
I'm going.
Hey man, they let the Jaguars upset them. They're going to whip that ass in New York.
Yeah,
yep, I agree.
I'm going with the Bills as well. Just keep in mind that the Jets have a new quarterback. This kid,
Mike
Zach
White. Mike White.
Right. I'm just saying, keep in mind. That's all. You know, because Zach Wilson, I think that was a wasted draft pick. I don't care what nobody say. If you ain't picked Justin Fields from that early, Justin Fields is about to do something against the Steelers the other night. Boy, choose.
My boy.
Speaking of them, the Lions are at the Steelers this week. Who y'all got?
It's Big Ben time. Have y'all noticed? Big Ben turns it on from week 8 on, because that's when he finally get in shape.
Yeah, he's making that playoff run.
He's making that playoff run now. Do not pick against the Steelers, and then J.J. Watt, little brother, getting turned on. That boy getting turned on. That boy got the battery pack on. Let's go.
Now, don't get me wrong. Last year the Steelers they was mixed up. They started off good, but now they're doing it the Roethlisberger way. They're getting that playoff run now in the second half. The first half they was undefeated, I think.
Well, listen, I'm very impressed with their tight end, Fairmuth, because that dude has been balling. I don't know if y'all seen him, but their tight end that they got, he's a rookie. His name's Pat Fairmuth. Man, he had 2 touchdowns on Monday Night Football. He helped them win that game, and that dude was really balling out, and he's coming along very well. A lot of people are comparing him to Heath Miller, so big shout out to him. He's been doing his thing, and I'm gonna go Steelers too against the Lions. This next game, before we make our picks, it's the Bucks at Washington. Antonio Brown is not playing. Chris Godwin is hurt. So you got Chris Godwin and Antonio Brown potentially not playing in this game against Washington. Who y'all got? And then also too, the Bucks took Washington out of the playoffs last year. So Bucks at Washington.
I still got the Bucks. The Bucks still have Tom Brady?
Yes.
Okay, I got the Bucks.
Yeah, the Tampa Bay is coming off the bye week. Tampa Bay. So I'm gonna ride with them coming off the bye week. I don't think they're gonna lose the game off the bye week. I think that even though Antonio Brown is not playing, people was trying to tell me, people was trying to tell me Gronkowski didn't play when they came to New Orleans.
He played like 2 seasons, and that was it.
He left. He left.
They tried to throw him the ball in the end zone.
Yeah,
he left the second half.
Yeah. He played 2 series.
Yeah, he didn't play
3 series, and that was it. But Gronk probably is not gonna play. Brown's still in a cast, and Chris Godwin might not play. So they got 3 pass catchers that might not play in this game.
I hope they overlook Washington. I hope they do.
And that's why I'm gonna go on the upset special, and I'm gonna go Washington in this game. I really do.
Way to go, Nader. Way to go, nigga. Give me a lone wolf.
Hey, Tom Brady has never lost after a bye.
Well, hey, listen, there's always
everything. Bye.
Yep.
Bye.
Look, I don't know if that's true. It just sounds good.
Because I know that's not true.
Bro.
I know that's not true, my boy. But I feel you.
The Panthers
that's true about Sean Payton. Sean Payton never lose after a bye.
Panthers at the Cardinals. Who y'all got?
Cardinals.
Oh, Panthers falling apart. Oh.
Oh, wait. Christian McCaffrey's back.
That don't mean nothing.
Yeah, it mean a lot. You know that.
Man, it don't mean nothing, man. They got
when McCaffrey back there, they're a whole different team.
Sam Darnold is out for 4 weeks. They got
Carolina McCaffreys.
They got
the Carolina McCaffreys. That boy gonna get so many touches.
So
but still, I'm not going with him though.
All right then. That's all we want to
I'm just saying he's back.
I'm going Cardinals in the game, man. Come on.
Yeah,
I'm going Kyler Murray.
Yeah, I'm going with
Kyler Murray.
Vikings at Chargers.
Oh man, Vikings be letting me down with all them damn weapons they got.
Did y'all want me to go first?
I'm going with the Chargers. I'm going with the Chargers. SoFi. They're gonna be in that beautiful ass stadium, and they're not gonna let the fans down this week.
All right, I'm gonna go Chargers too.
All right, I'm going with the powder blue Chargers as well.
All right. All righty. We got the Eagles. The Eagles at the Broncos.
Teddy B upset them Cowboys, boy. Teddy, I'm going with Teddy. Teddy Two Glove.
That's right.
Going Broncos? All right. I'm going Broncos. Who you got?
I'm going Broncos as well. How can I go against Teddy B, man? I'm Teddy G. Let's go.
All right. I think this is going to be probably the game of the week outside the Saints game, no, I wouldn't say that because there's another one. But Seahawks at Packers. Russell Wilson versus Aaron Rodgers.
I'm going with Russell Wilson in this. Russell Wilson is rested. And what I've seen from Tyler Lockett and what I've seen from, DK Metcalf, I think they are going to choose violence against the Green Bay Packers.
Don't choose
I
it too hard. You might catch COVID.
Exactly what I'm saying. They better mask up when they go because I'm telling you, boy, half the team Green Bay and they ain't even checking nobody. They let them people all in the cafeteria. Now they got the cafeteria workers. All them got COVID, bro. Green Bay just, you know what I'm saying? They just let them do whatever they want. But like I say, dangerous Wilson and Sierra gonna be in the building too.
This is a tough one. This is a tough one because you got both of these quarterbacks coming back. Who is going to be rusty? Is it going to be Aaron Rodgers, who just came off COVID? Is it going to be Russell Wilson, who's been playing with Sierra for the last 3 weeks?
Now with that finger,
who's going to be rusty? I'm going with the Pack at home in the frozen tundra.
Did you hear what he said? He said, "Well, now he's been playing with Sierra, but not with that finger though."
He didn't need the finger.
Well, y'all wild, boy.
He don't need the finger.
Y'all know, man.
Look, hey, Nader, we went to the Space Needle. This dude rented the whole top of the Space Needle for Sierra. So you know he got appreciation for that.
So you going with the Seahawks?
I'm going with the Packers. He's still mesmerized from playing with Sierra for 3 weeks.
I'm going with the Packers too. I'm going with the Packers.
Oh,
they're gonna be blowing.
Cheese head's gonna be in full effect.
Yep. Saints at Titans.
Let me start off with this. If we sign OBJ, we win. If we lose and don't sign OBJ, we lose. Okay, we need to score either way. I'm telling you, they're gonna be fired up if we get OBJ, even though he's not gonna play. He's gonna be on the sideline, and I think we'll win. But I just coming off that loss to the Atlanta Falcons, I never pick against my Saints.
Wait, you can't have no excuse like that. It's either you going with them or you not going with them.
No, I'm just saying.
We're not trying to hear about no OBJ and if he on a team. We're not trying to hear all that shit.
I plead the fifth on this week.
OBJ is not going to be on any team this Sunday.
I plead the fifth. Either way. We'll know if he's on a team this Sunday.
He'll know. He's
going to be on the sideline. I didn't say he was going to play. I said if the Saints know he's on their team, they will be fired up.
So you saying?
Right. Well, you clarified that. Okay. All right. Okay.
So he's basically saying like this is a whole Des Bryant situation all over again. Is that what you're saying? Because they was.
Let me make my pick.
Yeah, they sure was throwing that X up, throwing that X.
I think OBJ gonna get signed. Saints win. I'm going low scoring, 21-17.
Yeah, I have the Saints winning as well, and I have them winning. With the strong ground game. What I know about Sean Payton is when it gets out cold, when it gets cold outside, he automatically goes to the run game. And when you go to the run game, and it's not going to be the Kamara type of run game, it's going to be a strong, heavy dose of the run game. Yeah, it's going to be pounding. None of that cute shit. So at the end of the day, you get that going. You get the RPOs with Taysom Hill. I think they'll find. I think we're gonna get a lot of runs with Taysom and Lamar. I think it's gonna be a long game. I think they was taking it easy on Taysom because he just came back from concussion protocol. But I think this is going to be the game where Taysom really, really has an opportunity to.
Horace, you ain't got no faith. Horace said we lose that one.
To compete for that starting job. I don't think Trevor Siemian is going to hold on to that starting job all the way into the playoffs.
Okay, so what's your score prediction?
I would say 24-17 Saints.
I got 21-17.
Okay. I'm gonna go Saints. I think that again, they always play good against good opponents. They always show up for good opponents. They know that they are 7-2 coming into this game. They know that they are the number one team in the AFC right now, and I think the Saints have something to prove. Again. The whole Trevor Siemian situation, he did really good. He put the ball where it needed to be. But I feel like you guys, and I agree with you guys, the Saints need to mix it up a little bit more with Taysom Hill. They need to keep the Tennessee Titans defense on their toes and not knowing what's coming at them.
Damn, Horace. I'm gonna have to take that Knox off your name, bro.
But going back, so like, I just feel as though
he said we're gonna lose 3 straight.
They need not to know what's coming at them, whether that's Mark Ingram, whether that's Taysom Hill, whether that's Trevor Siemian. The wide receivers do have to step it up. I think this is going to be a close game, and I say that the Saints are going to win 24-21.
24-21, 24-17, and 21-17.
That's a nice close game. Absolutely. You know, nobody thought we was going to win. We went to Seattle. Definitely nobody thought we was going to win. We played Tampa Bay. No one thought we were going to beat the Green Bay Packers as well as we did. It is a theme, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks everybody for tuning in. But I'm just telling you right now, it's a theme. So when we play teams that have the pedigree, the players, the record, and all of that, the Saints play that much harder and they play that much smarter. So I'm looking forward to the game, and I think the Saints do well.
Okay. All right. So we all got the Saints. Chiefs at the Raiders is going to be a really good game. Sunday Night Football. Chiefs at the Raiders.
I got Las Vegas.
Okay.
I'm going with the Chiefs. Las Vegas is still in disarray because of Gruden and Ruggs. I think I'm going Chiefs.
Man, I'm going with Teddy.
Raiders just lost.
Say, bro.
I'm going with Vegas, bro.
Say, bro. The best tight end in that game,
Darren Waller,
is debatable at this point.
Darren Waller.
I'm telling you, Darren Waller, that boy right there is wilding.
$20 on each.
I'm not doing all that.
No.
Hey, you gonna give me the trade?
$20. $20 on it.
You bet me 20. All right, I got the Chiefs.
All right, I got you. I bet you 20. I go Raiders.
Okay.
All right, for sure. My Cash App gonna be buzzing this week.
buzzing.
If your Cash App buzz for $20,
it's gonna buzz. I want you to send it to me. I want you to send it to me in ones.
Hey, let me tell y'all something. I won $200 last week. A dude that's an Alabama fan, he told me, he said Alabama gonna beat the crap out of LSU. And I told him, I said, I'm not even gonna bet that game. He said, what if I give you 21? They're gonna beat them by about 63-14.
Ooh.
And he bet me $200 that Alabama will win by 21 or more.
Yeah.
And I just took that bet. I say, okay.
Yeah. That's good, man. Yeah.
That's why you're not worried about that $20.
For me, I only bet $100 or more. So,
but you're going to get Mahomes. You know, we know Mahomes, what he's capable of, y'all.
Yeah,
I mean, Vegas just who did Vegas just lose to? Vegas just lost Sunday.
Damn, I don't even know.
Y'all remember?
I forgot, to be honest.
I know the first game after Gruden left the team, I know they whipped up on somebody.
They always give them a fight. They're a division rival. They always give them a fight. So that's why I don't mind taking the $20.
You remember when Kansas City was on the top of the game? Kansas City was on the top of the game. When Kansas City was on the top of the game,
they lost to the Giants.
The Saints lost to the Giants.
That's right.
So what? The Giants look good.
So what does that mean?
That means they're gonna get their ass beat again.
Okay, we'll see.
Kansas City defense is suspect.
The Saints lost to the Giants with McCaffrey. Remember that.
Darren Waller gonna have 200 yards.
Remember that. The Saints lost with McCaffrey.
McCaffrey don't play for the Giants. He play for the Panthers.
Oh, my bad.
And what are you talking about, man?
You're right. But the Saints did lose to the Carolina Panthers with McCaffrey.
Yeah.
Oh Lord,
that fact was right.
Say, bro.
I'm talking about a different game.
Say, bro.
We lost to the Giants.
Stay in your element, bro.
It's the one I mixed. The one I mixed got me messed up.
Stay in your element, bro.
But like I said, bro, the Raiders is in disarray, bro. Raiders ain't gonna win.
All right, and then the last game of the night, Rams at 49ers, Monday Night Football.
The 49ers, I said, we haven't seen much from this quarterback tandem thing. I think that Jimmy Garoppolo is doing well. Just keep in mind, George Kittle is back. George Kittle is back. It's possible that they can beat the Los Angeles Rams, and I think they will. I'm going with the 49ers on this one.
Me too. It's a division game. It's going to be one of those, and I feel as though they got a lot of players coming back from injury. And like you said, George Kittle balled out last week.
I'm
going 49ers, man. I'm going 49ers in this game. Who you got, Soul?
Who's playing again?
This dude.
I was looking at something.
Rams and 49ers, bro.
I got the Rams, man. You crazy? Are you crazy? You think Matt Stafford is going to have another down game? You think that defense ain't going to be riled up? Man, that boy's going to smash that team. Rams, man. I'm going with the Lamb.
They give us the long whoop. Give us the long whoop.
I'm going with the Lamb.
Hey, bro. Don't ever make that sound on this show ever again, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, bro. Stand.
And look, before we head out
that's right, Parker. I've been sipping.
Hold on, before we head out of here, I want Teddy to say what he said before the show starts. Who's the best player in the NBA right now?
Steph Curry, the chef.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, boy. Oh yeah.
There we go,
boy.
I'm Steph Curry with the shot, boy.
Horace asked a question.
Yeah, bro, he been cooking people. Y'all talk about Trae Young. He all right. Trae Young, boy, that boy Steph Curry cooked that boy in front of his wife. And Aisha was like, ooh, boy, I see you, Steph Curry, with your fresh fade. Boy, they keeping Steph Curry with a fresh haircut now. Remember this hair used to be cuckabugs in the back? Boy, they got Steph Curry with a fresh ball fade. Say, bro, why Steph Curry looking like a red little Boosie right now?
My boy Horace want to know about I'm having a watch party this weekend at the Fillmore Harris Casino. So I hope you coming back, Teddy, or you gotta work.
Yeah, bro. I'm gonna come down there, bro. Come down there, bro.
All right, yeah, from 11 to 5. 11 to 5 validated parking.
It always be a outdoor away game. Like the last time it was Washington, this time it's gonna be Tennessee. It's gonna be all right. Exactly. We're gonna have that thing popping.
It's gonna be popping, y'all. Hey, we got good audio. We got a big, pretty HD movie screen that we're gonna be watching the game on, bro. They got a bar. They got Soul Saint snacks. Tell them about them Soul Saint snacks, bro.
Man, them Soul Saint snacks, boy, take you all the way to the Super Bowl. They had pretzels and the mini hot dogs and everything. Now they're gonna have the jelly beans and everything else.
Take you all the way to the Super Bowl.
Boy, I'm telling you, boy, take it to the promised land, my boy. And then they got Soul Saint picture. Say, bro, they love Soul Saint up in there, bro. Hey, bro, this dude straight up. They had a picture of Soul Saint on the bar, and it said Soul Saint snacks. It's them same snacks that they have every day, but they put Soul Saint name on.
Yeah, but I was mad because it was only about 4 different things, bro.
Yeah, that's all you need. If you boy,
give me a big menu, man. Give me a big menu.
Boy, if you've been drinking, you will eat anything. Pretzels, bag of Zaps, hot sausage sandwich. Let's go.
Right.
Done.
So yeah, bro, my party is this week. I'm having a watch party this week, Sunday, and for the Eagles game. So back to back, we're gonna be at the Fillmore Harris Casino, and parking is validated. It's free to come. So y'all come on. Everybody come on. Have some fun with us.
Tell a friend, tell an enemy. Let's go. Get down there at the Fillmore, and it's a good time. The TV is a projector.
Take off work and come on down.
For sure, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm trying to get off early this week.
Yeah, I was there last time. I'm coming back. I'll be up there.
I'm gonna try to come out, man. I don't want you to think I ain't coming out on purpose and nothing, but I'll be at work. Right. I'll be trying to make that money, bro.
Yeah, bro.
That money, you know what I'm saying? But big shout out to Element for sponsoring Sports Overtime, man. We appreciate them. Big shout out to them. Y'all make sure y'all go cop some Element at your local Rouses. And I just want to give a big shout out to everybody that donated last week to feed the homeless. Last week was our 1-year anniversary. So man, big shout out to everybody that ever donated $1 to feed them, man. Like it was crazy. And I was telling Soul, man, we fed the homeless and Element gave us 4 cases free to pass out. And man, they loved it. They were like, man, this drink is so good. So big shout out to Element. Big shout out to everybody that donated. Again, man, we do this every single Thursday. So I'm going to be out there tomorrow Me and my wife passing out meals. So if anybody wants to donate on a weekly basis, just hit us up. Let us know. It doesn't have to be a lot. You can donate $5, $10. Just message me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, wherever you see this. And just hit me up, man. Every dollar counts. The more money we get, the more meals we can offer and give out. So that's a big thing. And one thing, and I tell y'all this all the time, man. And one thing the reason why I really wanted to do this is because, again, and I don't want to get all serious at the end of the show, but listen, man, the only thing you leave this earth with is your good deeds or your bad deeds. And I want my good deeds. I want my good deeds to outweigh my bad deeds. And I definitely want to go to heaven, man. So anybody that wants to help, listen, I love it because I love seeing their faces when we give them the meals. But it's just crazy because they're already standing out there in a line waiting for me to come because they know I'm coming every Thursday. But the thing is, the one thing that I respect and I really like about it is that if I can be the facilitator for people to donate and for me to go give out food, then not only am I getting blessings, but you getting blessings, and everybody that's helped sharing it or posting it or telling somebody about it is getting blessings. So listen, man, I appreciate everybody that has helped out. It's been a year strong. Let's make it 2. Let's make it 3. Let's make it 4 years. And let's keep it going, man. Definitely.
Hey, I just want to say something. The Pelicans are holding their own right now.
Okay.
68-69. But we all know that the Pelicans are always holding on all the way to the fourth quarter.
So that's coaching. That's coaching, bro. You got to put some young legs in there, man.
Exactly. Also, y'all, y'all still got to book for my cruise. We still booking. I just booked 3 people this week, and we still, man, we got people. We rolling with the cruise. Me, Ricky Jackson, Robert Meacham, Delvin Bro, Tyrone Hughes. That's my co-host on this cruise. Hey, if once Nader and Teddy, we can come live with Sports Overtime from Costa Maya or either live on the beach.
I gotta get in that gym. I gotta
live
get
on the beach.
So me, I gotta get in that gym before then. I gotta be swole when I come out there.
Live on the beach.
All right.
Sports Overtime. Because we will be on the water Tuesday.
Okay.
And Wednesday.
Sheesh. And before we get out, I just want to ask all the people that's in here, do y'all prefer, and we're gonna do a poll on social media, on Facebook, on Twitter. Do y'all rather us do Sports Overtime on Tuesdays, or would you rather us do Sports Overtime on Wednesdays? Which day works out better for you guys? Whatever day does work out better, we'll try to pick that day. But we thinking about maybe more Wednesdays than Tuesdays. So I don't know. Y'all let us know which day works out better for y'all.
And remember, y'all, catch my show Thursday night before the Thursday night game. Tell it like it is, Sports Talk Podcast with me, David the Sports Guru, and Mike Teasy.
Cool. So listen, man, it was a good show. Hopefully we sign Odell Beckham. We got to wait a few days. Hopefully it works out in our favor. And listen, like I tweeted, if he does sign with the Saints, everybody going to be happy, excited. And if he don't sign with the Saints, Teddy, they're going to be like, we ain't need your ugly ass anyway. We ain't need your punk ass anyway. We ain't need your ugly ass anyway.
Yeah, man. We heard you was in the jacuzzi with that dude anyway, man. They be talking bad about you. We heard you was in the jacuzzi.
Listen, that's how New Orleans always handles rejection, bro. They always do that.
Tickling balls, boy.
We ain't need your ugly ass anyway. That's how it always is.
They're gonna be ripping. They're gonna be ripping.
Hopefully he picks the Saints, man. That would be huge for the city. That'd be huge for this team. And we'll just keep an eye on it, man. So y'all stay tuned.
But if they do sign OBJ, everybody gonna be like, Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? Can you never ever leave us beside me? Oh yeah, it's gonna be on. That boy is the Michael Jackson. That boy, that boy is like the Michael Jackson of wide receivers, bro. I mean, we haven't had that since Joe Horn.
It's true. It is true. It is true.
All right, y'all.
All right, man. So look, thank y'all for tuning in to Sports Overtime this week. We'll see y'all next week, same place, same time. Again, let us know which day works out better for y'all, Tuesdays or Wednesdays. We'll switch it to whatever day you guys want. And other than that, man, we'll see y'all next week. Who dat? Go Saints. And please sign Odell Beckham.
Peace.
What's up, bro?